Knee house, balls, you look like shit. Did you wrestle a troll?
The graveyard's more like it. But I think we know where your daughter is.
The Crimson Mire. Blazes, what bollocks is this? I told her to meet me just outside of Calibrock.
Could have something to do with the orcs, couldn't it?
What orcs?
You don't know?
Of course I do, I just like to play dumb. No, I don't know. What orcs are you talking about?
Well, when that Circle Mage Orc, Gore, proclaimed the unification of the tribes, not all orcs went along. The Fleshkin, for example, left Bargagor and set up a town in the Mire.
Huh, that's news. And it explains the orcish spear Sorobi bought at the market.
What? And the Exalted Father let them?
He didn't clap his hands with glee, but so far he hasn't taken military action.
Are these orcs hostile?
Hard to say, since few people ever travel into the Crimson Mire. But so far they've shown no interest in expanding their territory. Who knows? Maybe they just really want to be left alone.
What about your end of the bargain? Were you able to find any information on the Sleeper cult?
Some information, yes, and you'll get it once you found my daughter.
So, Sorobi fled Lar via a mire that she knew to be populated by orcs. That's an odd decision.
Odd or not, I don't care. I want you to go after her and make sure she's all right. Now!
You're asking for a lot. Do you promise that you'll have the information on those sleepers?
The information and the unyielding loyalty of the Black Company and myself, just as soon as you find Sorobi.
How are we supposed to find her, though? We can't search the entire mire, can we?
Well, if it's a mire, then it will only have a handful of paved roads leading through it, and probably only a few travelers. Reading our tracks shouldn't be too hard.
Then let's step to it. Will you accompany us, Catrus?
Not right away. I didn't expect to leave the city right now, and I need to make some preparations first. Go ahead, scout out the area, and send me back a messenger so that my men and I can catch up. And General, find her. Please.
Ancestors!
Wherever this was, they haven't been dead long.
Looks like we need to have a little chat with our friend.
You again? What brings you back?
You thought you had us fooled, didn't you? Care to explain why there was a hidden corpse?
Shit. All right. Yes, it was me. I wasn't just doing the ritual to impress my mentor. My friend Viros, he was always plagued by voices. When they decided he wasn't worth helping, he was made a derelict. I thought if I did this ritual... I didn't mean to kill him. But please, don't tell anyone. I made a mistake, but why should it ruin the rest of my life? I'll give you everything I have if you promise not to report me.
Tell me more about this ritual first. What were you trying to do?
It was supposed to clear Viros's mind, remove the voices. It almost worked too. The undead were the physical manifestations of what haunted him.
A cleansing ritual. And you thought you could do it alone?
I know, okay? But no one else was willing to try.
So what went wrong?
I messed up the incantation. Viros screamed, started convulsing, and then... nothing. So I did the first thing I thought of. I hid his body. I know how it sounds, but I panicked. The undead were everywhere. Please, don't report me.
You have a deal. This will stay between us.
Thank you. Thank you. Here, as promised.
Thanks.
Well, I need to take care of a few things here first. Thank you again.
Psst. You! Yes, you! Over here!
You wanted to speak to me?
Shh! Keep your voice down!
You're a little young to be out of the communes. Why aren't you with your pack?
That's why I want to speak to you.
You're running away, aren't you?
Not so loud! My name's Devlas. Yes, I left my commune. I'm trying to leave this whole blasted place, but I need help. I've already forged the documents I need to get out of here, but they need an official insignia. Without it, they're useless.
These documents you forged, what do they say?
They're orders for me to travel to Larash, a small village at the edge of the realm. I'm to transcribe the memoirs of the ailing mayor. Not that the details really matter to the guards. As long as it's convincing, they'll let me pass, and then I can make a run for the border.
What's so bad about the communes?
You mean aside from the fact that we're forced to compete with each other? A flock of bats squabbling in the dark? I've always been good with letters. But if someone broke my hand, sabotaged my chances, I'd sink right to the bottom. And do you know what's waiting for us at the end of it? Servitude. I don't want to spend my whole life slaving away over scrolls for some speech windbag.
If it's so bad, why don't more try to escape?
The Exalted Father has perfected the whole blasted system. Most feel honored.
So what? You want me to steal an insignia?
No! The intelligence would figure out what's going on. Look, I know a guy. He's a smith who specializes in counterfeit items. All you have to do is convince him to make a fake and then bring it back to me.
Why do you need these papers? Why not just leave?
You can't just leave Calabrock. Well, maybe you can, but not the children of the Exalted Father. Not even the derelicts.
Don't let the waterfalls and fungi fool you, General. Calabrock has always been a pretty cage.
Unless you have an official order that grants you passage, you won't get past the gate guards.
Why can't you get it yourself?
I can't take that chance. I've already been to the smith once before. I can't risk being seen there again. Please, no one would care if you go.
Fine, I'll help you.
Lord be praised. Thank you. The smith should be at his workshop. I'll wait here in the meantime. Thank you again.
You there, Pale Blood. Come over here for a moment, will you?
Here we go again. What is it? We're just travelers.
Don't worry, you're not in trouble. Say, Pale Blood, you see and hear a lot of things with your pale eyes and your pale ears, don't you? What would you say to making a little extra coin on the side?
We're not interested.
Are you sure? If you're worried about disturbing the realm, don't be. This can be our little secret. All you have to do is let me know if you have any interesting information to pass on. In exchange, a little gold to weigh down your pockets. What do you say?
What kind of information are you talking about?
Oh, just things you see, hear, notice. Calabrock is a big place. Misdeeds will try to hide in every damn corner.
What's in it for you?
The chance to serve the Exalted Father, of course. And perhaps an opportunity to eke out an edge over my peers. The strength will no doubt realize my immense value. It's a win-win for both of us, I promise.
Actually, we were hoping that you could help us. We're looking for someone. A young man named Tevos. Tall, long hair. Have you seen him?
Tevos? That little dust addict. I've seen him before, yes, but usually only when he's gotten himself into trouble. But no, I have no idea where he is now. My bet is that these criminals he was getting his powder from finally got the better of him.
All right. You have a deal. You keep this quiet, and I'll bring you what I know.
Of course. I think you'll find this arrangement to be ideal for us both. Come back if you hear anything juicy. I'll be here.
Back already?
What do you want now?
I would like you to deliver more gifts for my fair lady over there. The flowers were a good start, but now my offerings must do more than elicit a faint smile. They must inflame the heart.
Another delivery? You know, it would really mean more if you delivered it yourself.
You still don't get it. I can't just walk over there and give her these gifts. No, it has to be this way, please.
Fine. I'll deliver it. Hand it over.
Thank you, Pale Blood. There's just one small matter. The gifts. I'll need you to procure them for me first.
You don't even have them?
Well, I mean, I can't simply leave my wares unattended to get them myself. That's where you come in. Not to worry, you will be reimbursed and then some.
All right. What do you want me to get?
3 things. A gold necklace to complement her delicate neck, a bottle of the finest perfume from Kalaya, and a cluster of fresh Nidari eggs.
A gold necklace. That's not very specific.
And it's not supposed to be. Any solid gold necklace will do. It is the expected gift, the ordinary gift. Any attempt to impress with it will fall flat, but neither can it be neglected.
I see. Why Kalayan perfume? Is that her favorite?
Well, how should I know? What I am sure of is that any other suitor would offer Imperium scents, or even, Lord forbid, Windholm musk. No one else would be bold enough or rich enough to offer Kalayan.
Uh-huh. Idari eggs?
Yes, they're a delicacy. Haven't you ever had them?
Can't say that I have.
Oh, then you must try it sometime. A perfect offering for my fair lady. If you can find an Idari colony, all you have to do is collect the precious egg clusters.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, Paleblood. Pay close attention to her reaction when you give them to her. Let me know once you have.
We meet again, Paleblood.
I have another delivery for you.
What's this? My, how extravagant. Cologne perfume? A bold choice. I am curious, Paleblood. Who sent these?
It was Kel, the trader who gave you the flowers before.
Him? Imagine that. Give him a message for me, would you? I'd like to meet my mysterious suitor. I will be waiting outside the city, where curious hearts may avoid curious eyes.
Your suitor seems to believe that he has a lot of competition. Is that true?
Not anymore.
Why do you want to meet outside the city? Why not meet here at your shop?
Privacy, my dear Paleblood. It is an encounter that is bound to be transformative. Such an experience requires privacy.
Uh-huh. Fine. I'll deliver your message.
You're a treasure, Paleblood.
Back already?
I delivered the gifts for you.
Yes? And how did she react?
She wants to meet you outside the city. Guess it did the trick.
Oh, this is excellent news, Paleblood. I will go at once.
What about your wares? I thought you said you couldn't leave them unattended.
No, take my wares. Take it all. I must go to her.
Just be careful.
Careful of what? This is the best day of my life. Ah, before I forget, your payment.
Did he just call you a treasure?
Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this.
Maybe we should follow him. Make sure he's not in over his head.
Maybe.
Oh, my fair lady. We meet at last.
Yes, come to me.
Helen's raids!
What? No. Help!
Kill it!
No, save me. She was...
A demon, yes.
And to think, I've spent all that money on her. Thank you for saving me, Paleblood. I need to get back to my wares. Farewell.
Amidst the spindly trees and waterlogged decay, signs of the Fleshkin's takeover of the mire are everywhere. A row of sharpened sticks, some adorned with the heads of vanquished enemies and animal carcasses, demarcate the orcs' territory. The trickle of sunlight on the peat moss is the only splash of cheer against the stench of rotted wood and fermented bog.
All right. That's the mire. I think our best bet of finding Sarobi is finding and talking to the Fleshkin.
I saw a couple of tracks earlier that might have belonged to orcs. They shouldn't be far.
Well then, let's step to it.
Kayawu, I'm curious about something. If the Alyani believe our vices will doom the world, why haven't they tried to spread their beliefs?
Well, my father always said it would be a futile effort. How do you prove to someone that their actions are damaging if they never see the damage?
But it's not an impossible concept. You don't need to set fire to a whole forest to know that a flame left unattended is dangerous.
Yes, but no one ever thinks it will be because of themselves. When someone is convinced they don't need wisdom, no amount of talking will help.
I see your point.
Nose claws. The beast almost had me this time.
What are you doing out here?
What does it look like? Hunting. The mire is an excellent source of raw materials for my smithing.
You're a smith? Are you from Calbrock by any chance?
Do I look like a Paleblood? Of course I'm from Calabrock. Look, why don't we continue this conversation back at my workshop there? I want to get out of this soggy dump. Also, I might have a proposition to run by you.
Okay, I'll see you there then.
See that you do.
More pale skins. Come to join Zarek's train? The last one's ended up on a pile of corpses, so you should reconsider.
last ones?
Couple of rosy-cheeked boys who call themselves adventurers and were hoping for riches. Didn't work out well for them.
What's Zarek's trying?
An orcish ritual. Basically a month of fighting and bloodshed. So you're holding it?
Well, look at that. The Dark Elf did his homework. Yeah, we are. But it's not just Fleshkin fighting each other. Anyone who wants to pay Zarek his respects can. But you don't seem to be here for the trying, so why are you here?
Is the trying why the Fleshkin came here?
Among other things, yeah.
What's the purpose of these fights?
The purpose? Bloodshed, strength, survival of the fittest. We celebrate the nature of existence, the struggle. Whoever comes out on top is entitled to half the riches of the tribe. Which is probably why so many would-be adventurers join the fights too. They don't understand that the real prize isn't gold or weapons, but the honor of having proven oneself to Zarek.
So your god wants you to kill each other to celebrate existence? I don't understand.
To exist means to fight, but I won't waste my time explaining it to you.
Does the Exalted Father tolerate your presence here?
Well, if he doesn't, he's welcome to tell us.
Did a dark elven woman perchance pass through here recently? Her name's Sarobi.
Well, Zarek's fires burn me. Whatever's your business with her, she's not coming back. The chieftain has made her his blood princess.
Blood princess? What are you talking about?
Well, when she came here a moon ago, we first thought she was like all the other fools hoping for riches in the trying. She wasn't. She fought like a demon, with a power that was both refined and untamed. It was the chieftain who found out who she really was, the Blood Princess. There's an old orcish prophecy speaking of a non-orc who will prove herself in the trying. If she prevails, she will mate with the strongest orc of the tribe, the Blood Prince, and create a new breed of warriors.
Create a new breed of warriors? You mean, your chieftain wants Sarobi to bear his children?
Lots of them, yes. And they'll be perfect. The children of Nor and Zarek melded with the strength of an orc and the magical talent of a dark elf. The perfect warrior, the apex predator.
And what will this new dark elven and orcish warrior race be called? Dorks?
Very funny.
So your chieftain thinks Sarobi is his blood princess? Why? Just because she fought well in the trying?
Just because? She took down enough men, women, and creatures to fill a graveyard with. Sarobi is a fighter, Paleskin. One your kind rarely produces. Also, a moon before she arrived, our chieftain had a dream where Zarek told him what was about to happen.
So Sarobi has been fighting in that pit for over a moon now.
Without a single loss, yes. And she'll continue fighting until the trying is over, just as Zarek wills it.
Your chieftain fell in love with her?
Love? You might call it that, yes. But mostly it's respect. He knows that she's the one who'll lead our kind to a new age.
What does Sarobi think about all this?
What do you think? She's honored, as she should be.
We need to talk to Sarobi.
No chance. Not until the trying's over, and not even after that. She's the chieftain's now.
We could fight in the trying and free her when we go up against her.
What was that?
Never mind. We want to participate in the trying.
You're up to something, aren't you?
According to your traditions, you have to let us participate. Or are you afraid a couple of paleskins will best your warriors?
You got a big mouth. No, fine. Fight if you want. But don't cry if we carry your friends out in pieces.
We're ready to fight. Let us in.
Good. Just wait here. We'll call you when there's a spot for new fighters. And don't say I didn't warn you.
In silence, you follow the orc to a big cave. Onwards, he says, and nods towards the entrance, showing no intention of guiding you. What follows is a long and solitary descent into its depths. The stalagmites like teeth, the air cold and foul like a sickly breath. Finally, torches flicker in the distance, and there's the din of a crowd.
All right, I think this is it. The orc said the trying will start as soon as we enter the proving grounds. You remember the plan?
We'll hold out until the last round where we'll fight Sarobi, tell her who we are, and get her out of here.
Correct. It's a shot in the dark, but apart from sending in our troops and taking out the entire tribe, I don't see any other options. Also, time's running out. If that chieftain makes Sarobi fight every day, there's no telling how long she'll last.
Then may the ancestors smile on us.
Another pale skin? Poor you. Want to stock up on weapons, charms, or maybe even a Last Supper? I have it all. So, are you buying or are you leaving? You look like you can use all the help you can get.
You said something about charms?
You're right, I did. Not sure if I'm breaking any Orcish traditions by selling them to a pale skin, but to hell with it. They are crutches to help you survive a little longer. They can enhance your strength, summon something to help you set fire to your opponents, you know the drill. Just make sure you only use them inside the stone circles, alright? Outside of them, they'll be as much good to you as throwing a handful of powdered sugar.
Is there any advice you can give me?
Something more useful than don't die? Sorry, can't help you with that. Zarak's trying is all about fighting and bloodshed, and that's what you're getting.
Now, would you look at that? More pale-skinned challengers, huh? You've come for the riches, haven't you? I'm afraid that didn't turn out so well for your brethren that came before you. So, pale-skinned, you want to get straight to the fighting? Or would you like to hear the rules first? Not that it really matters. Just like all those before you, you'll soak this sand with your blood.
Tell me the rules.
As you want. It is simple. To win the trial, you have to fight the champion, my blood princess Sarobi. To fight the champion, you need to survive the other contestants and Zarak's beasts. With every round, it'll get harder. Now, because it would spoil the fun to see you crushed in the second round, you'll get the chance to catch your breath between every round, stitch your wounds, buy some of Farron's charms to help you survive, or send a prayer to whatever gods you worship. Not that they'd help you down here. Now, enough of the talking. Fight, Paleskins. Fight for Zarak. There she is, brethren. The one who was sent to us by Zarak. The one who remains unbeaten after a moon of trying. The one who will, at my side, elevate our kind to a new era. The Blood Princess.
So that's Sarobi.
Pale bloods. Not what I was expecting.
We came here for you. Your father, Catras, is...
What are you waiting for? Fight!
Sorry, but I can't risk blowing my cover. You shouldn't have come here. Claws.
Blazes, we want to help you. Just surrender and we'll talk outside.
No! Don't you dare! Don't you dare harm her! Get her out of there! Now!
But the trying demands.
I don't care about the trying. I'll tear your goddamn head off and stick it up your ass if you don't get her out of there now!
Yes, Chieftain.
No, don't!
Gone.
What are you staring at? Get out of here now! We'll settle this on the battlefield, Paleskin. No one hurts my blood princess and gets away with it.
Well, that just happened.
Why did she fight us?
She said something about blowing her cover, didn't she? Maybe her dust-addict lover was right after all, and she didn't run away to become a derelict. Maybe she's here for a reason.
As a Mad Orc chieftain's pet who plans to turn her into a broodmare for his new race?
We'll have to find out.
Well, whatever we do, it seems there's no way around a battle now. We need to take down their Cal and free Sarobi. Let's head back up. Our troops are probably already looking for us.
General, what happened? We heard fighting from down in the cave.
Long story. Tell our men to set up camp now. We're in for a fight.
Understood. What about Sarobi, the boss's daughter?
She's wounded but alive. We had to fight her, after which the orcs abducted her. As I said, long story. Where's their camp? Do you know?
Oh, of course. We did some scouting already. The orcs have their Cal on a plateau up in the northwest. I'd wager that's where they took the boss's daughter too. There are also plenty of patrols all over the swamp, so we should keep that in mind when coming up with a battle plan. And we even sighted some armored wyvern, so we should be on the lookout and train some archers to fend them off. And while I probably don't need to tell you this, we should expect heavy attacks. You know how orcs are. Hit them in the face and they hit back twice as hard. And that's about it. Let's find the boss's daughter, shall we? If anything happens to her, well, he won't be happy.
We'll handle it. Speaking of Catras, where is he anyway?
He's coming. A Calibrock patrol held him up. Now, let's deal with those nasty greenskins, shall we?
There she is. You have a lot of explaining to do. Any word on when Catras will...
Sarobi! Bloody hell, what did they do to you?
Hello? Can you hear us?
You ruined it. Months of preparation, my only chance, and you bloody ruined it.
All right, I think explanations are in order.
3 moons ago, I was approached by the intelligence. They told me that they had noticed my talent and wanted to give me a chance to be granted admission into a wellspring. I was to become a sleeper.
A sleeper? You say that as though it were a damn privilege. Do you have the slightest idea what they do to you there, Sarobi? They lock you in a cellar for months. They make you kill people with your bare hands. They abuse you and beat you until you wish you'd never been born. They break you, for fuck's sake! Is that what you want?
I know the price. And I'd be more than willing to pay it if it's for the glory of the realm.
You don't seem to value your own life very much. Is this about that boy, Tevos?
Tevos? Tevos is a dust-sniffing, lying piece of shit who will end up as a derelict in some rundown alley. He should be glad I didn't tell the overseers about all that he's done. If anything, I'm happy that things ended the way they did. He only held me back.
Wait. You know what's happening in these homes and you still want to go there?
Damn right I do. The Sleepers are the best of the best. Their skills have won wars, changed the course of history. I'm not going to be just another cog in the machinery. Just another life wasted. I'll do something that matters.
If you want to do something that matters, then help people.
You know nothing about helping people. Your so-called culture is all about selfishness. Decades of war, and you still haven't understood that that's the core of the problem.
Is it really that bad in these homes?
Worse! The only way to unlock psychic abilities is by crushing the mind and putting it back together. You should know this, shouldn't you? One of the Circle Mages is a Dreamweaver.
Iana.
Whatever her name is. Wait, so you didn't flee Calibrock because of my letter?
Letter? Ah, right. So that was you. No, I didn't. Me being here has nothing to do with you, Father. It was a covert operation. To prove myself. The Exalted Father wanted the Orcs gone from the Mire, but not through military force. I was to win their trust, and then use my Finculum to conjure something from a specific fracture. A plague. Summoned from straight out of another reality that would wipe out these greenskins in no time. Nice and clean, with no way to prove it was us Dark Elves who caused it. I had no idea about that blood princess nonsense when I got here. But it certainly made it easier to wait until the right fracture showed up. But it didn't. Instead, you walked into that cave and ruined it all. I failed.
Well, the Fleshkin are gone. You didn't fail.
The Fleshkin were butchered by a bunch of dark elves. The intelligence has its name for a reason. They will know what happened here, even if we lie to them, which I won't.
Why does the Exalted Father want these orcs dead?
Are you serious? You saw how crazy they were. Also, the Maya might be uninhabited, but it's still part of the realm.
But why not use your army to drive them out?
How should I know? The intelligence didn't explain its motives to me.
Probably because the Exalted Father didn't want to risk a war between La and Circle Mage Gore's great Khal. The Fleshkin tribe turned its back on him, yes. But if a whole tribe were butchered without warning, he'd be forced to react.
What? So he just poisons them instead? That's gruesome.
You saw what these orcs did. They made prisoners fight each other for some grotesque ritual. They don't deserve your pity.
So, what's your plan now?
I don't know.
Join us. Join the Black Company. Join me. Look, I know you don't know me, but I'm your father, and I don't want you...
The Exalted Father is my real father. You're a bloody derelict, a waste of the realm. Consider yourself lucky that I'm injured. Now finish the job and kill me. I will not return to Carlabrook as a failure.
Let's go, General.
Won't she report us to the Exalted Father if we let her live?
Damn right I will.
And who will you report? I'm just a bloody derelict, right? You don't even know my name. Pavon. Leave her bandages, food and water. Then let's go. We'll join General Erev as we promised.
What about the information you promised? We still know nothing about those sleepers who attacked us.
I have it, and you'll get it once we're back in Greykeep. I'm sure the Queen will want to hear it too.
All right. I'll let you know when we're ready to leave.
Well, I'm leaving now. You can catch up.
Tell me, Wraith, is it true that Dark Elves don't usually bury their dead?
There are departure rites, but the bodies are put to further use, yes.
To further use?
Necromancy. They're given to the Intelligence's necromancers, who turn them into weapons for the strength.
Ancestors. That's strange.
What do you want? Oh, it's you. You actually came.
Surprised?
Like a dog that catches its tail. All right, here's the deal then. That business in the mire made me realise something. Why should I hunt for my materials when someone like you could risk your neck instead? You bring me what I need, and I'll forge you something better than that thing you call a weapon.
And what do you need? Another wolf fang?
No, don't be so boring. I need the head of a Medusa matriarch. Bring me that, and we're in business.
A Medusa matriarch? Why in blazes do you need that to forge a weapon?
Look, if I wanted someone second-guessing my work, I would find myself a derelict. Come back with it, or don't. Your choice.
I met a young dark elf by the name of Devlis. He asked me to...
Ah, that clawless cave worm. Got you to run his errands for him, Fine. I'll make the damned insignia. Normally I'd charge for this, but you did save my life. Consider us even after this. Wait here. Here you go.
This better work.
Well, if it doesn't, don't come looking for a refund.
Interesting.
You're back. Do you have it?
Here you go. I hope your plan works. You paid a small fortune for that thing.
Oh, thank you. It will. I'm sure of it. While you're here, I do have one more favor to ask.
What now?
I need to get a letter to Kelia, my love. She grew up in the commune next to mine and was placed into endurance last year. She doesn't believe there's a way for us to be together. But now that I have the documents, we could both leave. We'd be free. Please, could you take this to her?
Okay, I'll deliver the letter.
You're doing too much for the boy, General.
Oh, thank you. I'll make the final preparations while you're gone. I can't believe this is really happening.
As autumn creeps through the heartland of Fiora, signs of change are apparent even on the coast. The waves are rougher, the wind more biting, and in every seaside village, fishermen hang up their nets in favor of crab cages. With the days growing shorter, only the brave, or foolish, walk the coast alone, for danger lies both above and below the tides.
Here we are. The last scout report from this area mentioned there might be Medusae around.
Might be. Last I heard, the area's crawling with them. Shouldn't be hard to find.
Well, if there's a lot of them, then we need to be careful.
Of course. Ready your weapon if you hear a hiss.
Iria? I don't mean to pry, but what's it like to stay away from your homeland, Finnonmere, for so long?
Finnonmere is where I was born, but it isn't my homeland. I have nothing but bad memories of the place.
Ah. Then what does make a place a person's homeland?
I don't know. The place where your loved ones are, I guess. Any place can be your homeland if you make it that.
You again?
I have what you asked for.
Grand. Wait here. Here you go.
This will be useful. Thanks.
No refunds, no returns, just so we're clear. Good day.
Can you craft anything else?
That I can. But it'll cost you. I need materials if I'm to do the work. Here, I've written it down. Ah, and take this. You'll need it.
Oh, that smells interesting.
It's not supposed to please your nostrils. It's supposed to help you lure the troll out of the cave. Those are wood garlic leaves. Trolls can't resist the smell. Kill a mole, marinate it in the leaves, and dump it in front of the troll cave. He'll be out in no time.
Seasoning a mole. Well, why the hell not? I'll be going.
See ya.
Ah, you're back. Please tell me you have good news.
Your son and his friend made it to Calibrock, but they left before I got there. I have this letter that he meant to send you. Here.
Another one? Well, thank you for bringing it to me. I always said the surface is a dangerous place. Now let me see. Wait, something is wrong. This letter, it's signed by Idar and the penmanship looks like his, but it doesn't sound like him. I hate to ask you for another favor, but can you find my son and bring him home? I'm afraid something is wrong.
You said it doesn't sound like him, but what leads you to believe he's in trouble?
The letter praises Torren over and over like it's a bloody love sonnet. That's not my son.
He's been on the road for a while. Maybe he's changed. Or maybe he found the courage to tell you.
No. I know my son. He wouldn't write this.
Okay, I'll find him. Does the letter mention where they were headed?
Oh, thank you. The letter doesn't say, but there's a part where he complains about the winds on an open plain.
That sounds like the steppes.
So you know it. Please, search there first then. Bring my son home to me.
So, you're stupid as well as deaf. Well, you're here now. What do you want?
Calm down. We're only looking for someone, Idar Grainblast. We have reason to believe he was passing through this area.
This is a trick. He sent you, didn't he? He wants you to take him away from me, that's it. I didn't know what else to do.
Does that mean you're Torren?
Niehaus bloody hammer, I am! You think you can talk down to me like I'm some stone-brained fool? Huh? You better stop looking at me like that or I'll bust your eyes from you bloody skull! Now get lost!
Where is Idar? What have you...
Fuck you! What did I say? You know what? Forget it! I'll send your eyeballs back to him!
Ancestors, what was that?
He was paranoid about something. Come on, let's search his things. Maybe there's a clue as to where Idar went. Huh. This looks like Torren's journal. And a letter. Let's see. Blazes. Torren was obsessed with him. It says here that Idar was talking about going back to Windholm, so Torren had to keep him in his life.
Ugh, that gives me the chills. What about the letter?
Let me see. Huh. No wonder the last letter sounded strange. Torren wrote it. He was in the middle of writing another one.
Okay, so Torren was paranoid and then wrote those letters. But where's Idar?
Let's keep looking. Maybe there's another clue around here.
Yes.
Blazes.
Those aren't animal bones, are they?
This must be Idar. So because Torren was afraid Idar was gonna leave him,
He killed him, and then wrote letters as him so his father wouldn't notice.
And don't forget he carried around his bones like a child's doll.
Guardians. We have to tell Herrick.
I'll leave that conversation to you, General.
Huh?
How did you get to be a creature tamer?
Well, ever since I was a child, I've had a special connection to animals. It was almost as though I could hear their voices as a whisper in my head.
Really?
That's just what I tell my employers. Sounds better than the truth, that I grew up among hay, troughs and horse shit and simply developed a way with animals. When a griffin plagued the hunting grounds of the noble I worked for, the ranger took me along. And when the beast appeared out of nowhere, it, for some reason, didn't tear us to pieces. Instead, it came to a halt in front of me and started making these chirping noises.
Then you do have a special gift. Griffins are very aggressive by nature.
I think it had more to do with the wild strawberries I picked on the way. Of course, I kept that a secret. The noble was impressed and allowed me to hone my talents. When I realized there was a lot more coin to be made with the skill and reputation I'd earned over the years, I left forever, like. End of story.
I see. I still don't understand how you couldn't see that the purity was evil.
Good, evil, it's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? I mean, you're right. Had I done more research, I should have seen it coming. But I didn't, and trust me, some of the shit we witnessed Cedric do, it'll haunt me for the rest of my life.
Yet you didn't stop him.
No, because Cedric's thugs outnumbered us, and it would have meant the death of me and my men. So we just tried to survive and minimize the damage. Not a story of heroes and honor, yeah, but it's the best we could do.
There must have been a better way.
I didn't see it, but once our business here is done, we'll make up for it. You have my word.
I'm looking for the body of an Aliani woman. Did your men kill her? Or the purity?
My men wouldn't harm a defenseless woman. As for the purity, I don't know. But I didn't hear or see anything.
Well, she was last seen gathering food near your camp. Her husband found blood all over her campsite, but no body.
Well, we sure didn't eat her, if that's what you're thinking. I can't speak for Cedric's thugs, but I haven't seen any Aliuni out here since they've all holed up in their village. Sorry.
You're back. Well, what did you find? Where's my son?
I'm sorry. Your son is dead.
What? No, not Idar. Are you sure? How could he be dead?
It was him. I found 2 dwarf bodies in the Howling Steppes. It looked like they were attacked by spiders. There wasn't much left of them.
No, 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 my boy! My poor boy! Thank you for telling me. At least I know what happened.